Okay, this is Sunday, December 22nd. I'm going to do this in little pieces and parts and join it together. I'm using the camera today, and this takes a long process, so from start to finish, because it's KVASS, Beet KVASS. This is actually my second recipe that I've made of the beets. The first time I added garlic, and I do this for medicinal purposes or probiotic purposes. I'm going to tell you, I'll read you what supposedly some of the benefits of Beet KVASS are. Here's a list of the potential. They have to say potential, and I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV, so take it for whatever it's worth. Number 1, supports healthy digestion. Number 2, strengthens your immunity. Number 3, it aids in a body detox. Number 4, assists digestive processes, which is different, I guess, than the healthy digestion. Packed with essential nutrients is number 5. Number 6, promotes healthy blood circulation. Number 7, possesses antioxidant benefits. And 8, boosts energy production. 9, contributes to weight management. Yay. 10, helps reduce inflammation. And 11, promotes cognitive health. I'm also reading a lot about fermented beets and the health issues to do with cancer. So do your own research on some of this. I am older, and so I am starting to focus a little bit more on some other issues. So what I did, I haven't grown this. I went and bought some fresh beetroots. I will gently wash them, make sure the dirt and all is off of them. And then I'm going to dice them up and put them in this jar. This is literally all that this batch takes. Beets, which I will wash and cut up. And again, wash lightly. You don't want all of your nutrients, which is on the skin, is what helps get some of the bacteria, the good bacteria. And I'm leaving the peelings on, the skins on. Some people seem to take it off. You do you. Find out what works for you. So, beets, salt. You do not want to use regular iodized kitchen salt. There's sea salts that you can use, certain other pure salts, mineral salts, whatever, and water. That's it. That is it. So I'm going to wash these, cut them up, put them in the jar, and then I'll come back with you, and before it begins the first, well, this is a 1 fermentation process, but it takes anywhere from 2 to, you can go up to 5 days. And I think some people even go beyond. So that first batch had garlic in it. This tastes like nothing I've ever tasted before. I'm using the salt. Ever so often you'll see someone that will put sugar in their KVASS. I'm doing it for medicinal or health. I'm doing it for health reasons. Not a fizzy, wonderful drink that just tastes good and makes me want to drink a lot of it. I am starting to have some issues, like with my gallbladder. I didn't know that until recently, which that's probably going to have to be removed. But anyway, so I'm going to get doing this, and I'll get back with you. Alright, I decided to bring it back on for just a moment, in case anyone is interested, because you've never done it at all. Different people, different places seem to call for different amounts. This is my second batch. I didn't finish a while ago. I put garlic in my first batch for medicinal reasons, because garlic is also very good for you. I may have put too much garlic. It was pretty overpowering, but I have to say in the beginning I thought, oh wow, this is too much. But by the end of I made a half-gallon size, which is what this is. I'm thinking, hey, I like this okay. But I'm still going to err on the lower end of the salt. I'm going to do 3 teaspoons. Honestly, I don't even remember how much I put in last time. And then I'm going to stir that up. This is a little bit room temperature water, maybe even a tad warmer than that to help dissolve that. And then the other reason for bringing you back is nothing special here. I did take just the very ends, both ends, you know, where the little, this is where the stem or the leaves had come up from, and then this is the bottom. This is the only waste of it. And I know people that would use that too, and that's fine. This will show you as well, this will really stain. Beets in general are good for your heart and your blood. I used to really love them. Some people talk about do 1 inch size. I'm not into all that. I'm just going to cut them. If they're too big, oh well. If they're too little, oh well. Some of these recipes I'm finding are quite forgiving. And now here you see this really looks like blood, but that's also one of the good things. It's very good for your blood. So I'll pull this over. Now that I've got this sort of mixed in here, this is a brine. When you do water and salt, it is a brine. I'm just going to pour that in here. This is going to be anaerobic, not aerobic. Now you can stir this, or you can sort of shake it right now, but I did dilute that pretty well, stirred that in pretty well. Now I'm going to finish here. I'm not going to come all the way up to the top because it will rise up some. Some people even go further than this. I'm going to stop, well, maybe just a smidge more. I'm going to stop right there. I know some people go way up there. I don't. You do you. Find out who you can follow. I can't remember if Mary's Nest is who I got this from or Rain Country, but what I have done is I have done a whole lot of looking this up and finding different ways to do. I could do a fermenting lid, but this is one of those, you're going to put this on and you're just going to lightly tighten it. I will put a label on here showing the day because this is the 22nd. But on some of these other recipes, I'm finding some really interesting stuff. Like you can add ginger. This other one is saying maybe some oranges peeled and chopped. Let's see, some of the others, some I've heard put some spices that you like. I was trying to see if I saw anything else on here. But here again, you just decide. Here's even say a teaspoon of salt or a handful of raisins. So there are other ways and things that you can do. So this is finished and ready for today. I'm just going to leave it on the counter and we will check back with it. It is, let's see what time of day it is, because that matters. The temperature is fairly cool. If it had been warmer, it takes less long. It's 4:48 in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon on December 22nd. And we'll zoom in here and see how light that, well, the lighting is really poor. I'll check back. I decided I'm going to jump in on here, and for any of you that do sort of follow this new veer off on some of my journey, this is some of the rye bread and pear kvass. I've already opened this one time, so it probably won't really make the noise that I was hoping to show you about the fermented and the fizzy drink that is here. And I'm getting ready to make another batch with the raisins, the stale rye bread, and I've got pears again, fresh pears from that farm share the other day, so I need to use them up. Let's see if it'll do it again, because I just wanted you to see. And I didn't strain that extra bit of straining, because that, even though it looks like, oh no, take that out, that is part of the live good bacteria down there. I am liking this. Let me see if it makes the noise at all. Ooh, did you hear that? I'm just so impressed and pleased with this. Rather than buy a bunch of soda anymore, I'm liking this. I'm not going to lie. And that's exactly why I'm going to make another batch. I will say my age is making it harder and harder for me to do these swing tops. But this is the bread, the pears, the raisins. Oh, I did do cinnamon and cloves in that. That may be why I like this one better. I can't remember if Mary did it in hers or not. Find out what works for you guys and do that. That tastes like nothing I've ever had before. I like it. Okay, this is, let's see what day this is. This is Friday, December 27th. We're going to check on this Beet KVASS. And again, this is beets, water, and salt. That's it. Water and salt is also called a brine. This was started on 12/22/24, so this is the 5th day. This can go longer. I want you to see the fermentation, the bubbles. That means it's fermenting. I'm going to go ahead and draw it up. I'm going to pull it now. It can go longer if you want it to. Let's see if, I don't know if it'll make the noise. Sometimes it'll make a hissing sound because of the pressure in here. Let me see if I'm still in the, I'm not still in the shot. Let me scoot it right back here. Okay. Alright, it did have a little bit of a fizz, but not that much of a noise. I'm simply going to pull it now. This is my second batch, as I said earlier. Oh, that's a glare. No wonder it wouldn't come off. It's a strainer here, and then one of my 100% cotton handkerchiefs. One of these days, maybe the next one, because I've got 2 more batches, sadly store-bought beets, not homegrown beets, like I recommend people do if you can. But I've got 2 more things of beets to try this with. I am doing this for the beneficial properties, not to make a sweet, wonderful drink. In fact, there's no sugar or anything in here. Let's sit that right there. Oh, I like the color of that. I hope you can see this in here. Now, I'll be pulling that tag off of there and putting it on here. What I'm going to do, since I've already strained it there, I don't need to strain it again into the jars. So, let's see. I don't know if it'll all go in this 1 quart-sized jar. That was a half-gallon jar there. Okay, I'm not going to fill it up all the way. I'm going to end it right there. And then what I'm going to do is cap that off. And I'm going to use that plastic lid. And the rest, I'm going to pour in, this had been a Starbucks coffee. And the last little bit, I'm going to pour in a little cup to taste. There are different variations, and I am playing with recipes, I'll be honest with you. What I'm going to do is once this is placed in the refrigerator, it slows down the fermentation process a lot. I'm wanting to leave it out here on the counter a little bit longer. It can still process a little bit. It won't do as much because here's the beets right there. I'm going to try this. That does have a little bit more salt than what I was wondering with how much salt I put in there. It has a very earthy flavor, a earthy taste. I can taste the beets. Not really a pickled beet. A fermented beet is kind of what it tastes like. But since I'm doing this for health purposes, then I'm okay with this. I do see that some people, if you want to add more water to it, and maybe even stevia, or, you know, to make it a more delicious drink for your children. Look at what I did. This was a salad dressing bottle that I emptied out and cleaned real good, and I put some honey in there. But so far, and I just did this today, I am liking how the ease with which this does, and just squeeze out a little bit of honey on there. I could add that's from my brother-in-law, called palmetto honey, which I've never had before. There's so many different flavors that you can do with honey. I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. And this is more for your children. If you want to give them a little bit of the goodness of the beets, look up what these things are good for. And maybe you can get your kids to drink this stuff and help. It's beneficial. It's not like a soda pop, okay? Oh, yeah. I like it. You may not. But again, tell yourself this is a healthy drink. Is it supposed to taste like sugar and spice and everything nice? No, it's not. I'm going to make some more. And as a teaser, listen to me, like I'm really something. As a teaser, I am getting ready to make fire cider for the first time in my life. Here's some more of that rye bread and pear and raisin kvass. This will be my third, and that's a gallon size. But just to, as a teaser into the fire cider, it's a little bit late in the season, honestly, for this. But these are just examples of what's going to go in there. I'm going to do it less for seasonal. I know I'm putting turmeric root in it. I know I'm putting ginger in it. I know I'm putting some onion in it. And I know I'm putting some garlic in it. I'm putting lemon. I'm putting lime. I'm going to be putting some oranges. And I may look up some other, here's a jalapeno. All of these things together can help in other ways besides just a winter cold type situation, a kickstart, a shot. So that'll be for another video. So here's this. I'm tickled to death. I'm going to leave this out on the counter another day or two, at least one more day, but I am tickled to death, and then I'm going to put that in the refrigerator. So I'm going to end this off with a scripture. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. And it's kind of buckle up for the new year. I'm not sure what we're going to be facing, but my Heavenly Father does, and it'll be okay either way. I'm going to read from Psalm 30. I've never been a very big psalm person, but no, I said 30, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will extol thee, O Lord, for thou hast lifted me up and hast not made my foes to rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. O Lord, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing unto the Lord, O ye saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. For his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night. Pay attention. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Oh, I love that. And in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Lord, by thy favor thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou didst hide thy face, and I was troubled. I cried to thee, O Lord, and unto the Lord I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. Lord, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness, to the end that my glory may sing praise to thee and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks unto thee forever. This would have more impact on you if you knew what all happened to King David. You talk about a roller coaster. He was a man after God's own heart and sinned big. And yet God still loved him and never gave up on him. But there was a price that he paid. He lost his sons. Anyway, that's another message. I love you guys. God bless. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully this can upload tonight. I don't know. My internet has been insane. And I've done this on my camera, which takes like 5 times longer to upload than my phone. Love you guys. Be blessed. Take care. Learn what you can be doing now. I'd start with one of it. Right here is my best prep advice. Right here. Love you guys. God bless. Take care. Happy New Year and safe New Year. And I hope you still remember Jesus is the reason for the season.